Well, hey, it's Heidi, and we're going to talk about who drinks all the coffee in the world. What do you think? What's your guess? Which country drinks more coffee than anybody else on the planet? We're going to find out today. So, what's your guess? Stay tuned. Well, hello, it's Heidi, and you know what? We are going to find out today who drinks the most coffee in the world per capita. I don't know, you better stay tuned and find out. I'm Heidi Dulavan, an international cultural consultant and etiquette expert, and I'm super happy you're with me today because we're going to talk about coffee. So grab some, sit down, and let's just say, who drinks the most coffee in the world? Well, we know where it's grown. If you've caught my other coffee videos, we'll leave a link below. Coffee's grown in the bean belt, around the equator, between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. That's where it's grown, but who's drinking all the coffee? Well, I'm an American. I'm living in the United States, and I think we drink a lot of coffee, or at least I do. I drink gallons of the stuff, morning, noon, and night. So, do Americans, do we drink the most coffee per capita in the world? Well, actually, no. Sometimes we don't make the top 20, sometimes not the, top 15, sometimes. It vacillates a little bit, but sort of generally stays the same over the years. So, no, Americans don't. We drink a lot of coffee, but we do not drink the most. Actually, Europeans drink more coffee than Americans. Some European countries drink twice as much as Americans. There you go. But do Europeans drink the most coffee in the world? Well, there's one little exception I'll tell you in a minute, but who do you think drinks the most coffee in the world per capita? More than the Americans, more than Europeans. Who is it, you ask? It's the Scandinavians. Yes, it's our friends way up here in Scandinavia. Yeah, and it vacillates between the different Scandinavian countries and the Netherlands. Yes, the Netherlands, and it's going to make sense in a minute. So between the Netherlands and the Scandinavian countries, they drink the most coffee per capita. Right now, it's Finland that drinks the most coffee. And how much coffee do the Scandinavians drink? Well, the Europeans drink more than the Americans, some countries twice as much. Well, the Scandinavians drink more than the Europeans. Some countries twice as much. So that gives you a clue. America, we're down here. The Europeans are here. The Scandinavians are way up here when it comes to coffee consumption. Yeah, maybe up to 4 times as much as an American. So they love coffee in Scandinavia. In Finland in particular, and Denmark and Norway and Sweden. There's even words for having coffee. In Sweden, it's fika, and that is a verb and a noun, and it means having coffee with little cakes, little cookies with friends. It's an experience. It's part of the culture. And in Finland, it's part of their culture, and they have a Finnish word that's very hard for me to pronounce, kakakava. Please, my Finnish friends, apologies, and let me know how you do properly pronounce it. But it's part of the culture. And did you know in Finland that the workers' unions have written into the contracts that there are 2 coffee breaks a day? The Finns drink coffee morning, noon, and night, much as I. So maybe I'm part Finnish. I don't know. And another cool thing about the Finns is you don't have to be super talkative like I. You can have your nice coffee break and not have to say a whole lot, but just enjoy the coffee. It's more about enjoying the coffee, which is really neat. So the Finns love the coffee, and the Dutch, I said yes, but the Dutch also love coffee, and that makes so much sense because when coffee was being exported, it was first being exported out of the port of Mocha in Yemen. That was spanned the world by Europeans, by the Dutch East India Company and the Brits, the East India Company. And since coffee plants didn't do so well growing in the Netherlands, the Dutch took it to their colonies throughout Indonesia, and grew very well in Java. So there you have it. So, we know we love coffee. And, one thing, it's very interesting that people metabolize coffee differently. And coffee, depending on even some medications, coffee's the way it leaves your body and the way it's absorbed, how you metabolize it, it can be different with different heart medicines, all kinds of ulcer medicines. It can be very different. So, and smoking. Now, here's something interesting, that smokers, caffeine's extracted twice as fast as people that don't smoke. So it's all these chemical reactions, and so that's why you might see, coffee and cigarettes, they sort of go together. I'm not a smoker, but you see a lot of that in movies and things, and there's that sort of a little interesting sideline. So heavy smokers probably drink twice as much coffee. So now we know who's drinking all the coffee. I don't know, maybe smokers. Well, we definitely know it's the Scandinavians and the Dutch, and followed by the Europeans, and then my good old cup of American Joe. So I hope you found this interesting. Drop me a comment, please. Where do you live, and how much coffee do you drink? What is it how is it part of your culture? I'm dying to know. I'm extremely interested in this, how coffee is part of your culture. Dying to know. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please, if you'd be so kind, I would be so grateful if you'd kindly subscribe to my channel, because we can do so much together. If you just let me know what you're thinking about, we'll do it. If you like the video, like the video. So thank you for tuning in. Cheers to you. Enjoy your next cup of coffee, and think about who's drinking so much of it. And as I always say, please stay safe, and please be kind. Thank you.